Well, my friends. Here we are, another offseason. My name is Joez, and we will be talking about the Yankees' offseason moves, what they should do, probably some rumors that are going on, some of the news that's out there, and we're going to start this up. We're going to talk about this on a weekly basis. Let's see what's up. Nice little vibey sounds for you and me. There you go. Pull up, my friends. You're starting up. Oh. Sorry, I put that out of order. All right, here we are. What's going on, you guys? What's up, chat? It's been a while since I've been live on YouTube as well. And here we are. It's we're a couple of weeks into the offseason right now. This is the time where nothing really happens. There's been minor moves that has been made all over and a lot of bookkeeping stuff and options picked up and options declined and people becoming free agents and people entertaining. If you really want to start really quick, before I do anything, I just want to tell you guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I want to give a proper shout out right away to anybody that has subbed up to the channel, and give a shout out to Joey, who helped me out with some of the numbers we'll be talking about here today. Also, we'll be talking about shout out to Van Rod as well, who helps me out with the videos, as well as Chris McFlizzy. Are we good? Did I finish? Okay, I finished. All right. So the first thing that I would like to talk about is Juan Soto supposed to be meeting with the Yankees, I believe. I'm not sure if it's Friday. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's Friday or Monday. I'm not sure what it is. I need to look at it again, and maybe you guys in the chat can let me know. But it was one of those 2 days. He's supposed to be meeting up with the Yankees for their formal meeting. I gotta change it so that I can be able to have it on this monitor, and then we can be able to talk face to face. Because I feel like when I'm looking at chat, I'm not really looking directly at you guys, which is I feel rude. I feel rude when we're doing that. Okay, so we have a couple of things. There's a couple. We'll talk about some of the holes that the Yankees have. We'll talk about what areas they probably need to address. Obviously, right now, first base, third base, or second base. It's either or. And outfield. What are you going to do with your outfield? You have basically 2 outfield spots vacant right now. As of this moment in time, when you look at things, and I wish I set up and made some graphics for this. Maybe we'll do it for the next one. We'll have some graphics where we'll show you some stuff, and I'll just bring up some stuff. Thank you so much, Danny, for the $1.99 super chat. Soto is supposed to be meeting up. Obviously, that has a lot to do with what we do for the rest of the team and the rest of the outfield as well. Listen, man. Yankees got to bring back Soto. Let's just talk about that. I hate to talk about the obvious. And I'll talk about people, like around the office. We'll talk to people around the office as well, and I'll tell them the same thing, and we'll talk about the same thing. It's kind of like if the Yankees signed Soto, I don't want to say you don't celebrate. You do celebrate. Of course, you get happy. But there's this part of me that feels like, okay, there's still a lot more work we need to do. Because there's so much of the team that we still need to fix up, even after all those things. Whether, like we talked about the positions that we talked about, what are you going to do with Jason Dominguez? Are you going to get creative in the trade market? How much are you really paying Juan Soto? How much of your money is being taken up by that? I did read that Juan Soto's contract may not be lingering on till next year, January, February, or anything like that. I hear that it's probably going to be wrapping up sometime at around the winter meetings, before or after, and it might be like that. He's narrowed it down already to 4 teams, which is Toronto, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Mets. I'm going to go ahead and discount the Red Sox, and I'm going to discount the Toronto as well. I think this is a New York race. I think he loves New York. I think he loves where he's at here in New York. I think it's going to be either New York or bust. That's just what it is. It's going to be either the Yankees or the Mets. Now, the Mets are on record saying that they're going to do whatever it takes and they won't be outbid. So the real question is it only about money for Soto? And listen, the money needs to get paid. The greenbacks gotta come our way, my friends. They just have to, because he won't even entertain it until then. It just makes sense. He's 26 years old. He's a phenom, and he's a beast. So he should be saying, okay, I'm going to get all the money that I can. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope he gets every single dollar that he deserves. That being said, that is the obvious with Soto, getting Soto. So what are we going to do? Now, Joey sent me a couple of options, whether it's free agents, trades, and internal options at every position that we have in here. You've heard the Yankees already talk a lot about Arizona Fall Leagues, Caleb. Caleb Durbin? Did I say it right? Durbin, who's not on this list. All right, well, Caleb Durbin and all of that. So I will tell you this. I don't believe anything out of the Yankees' mouth until things are starting to get signed and done and all of that stuff. Because for years, I remember one year specifically that the Yankees were talking about Bubba Crosby being their center fielder, and then he wasn't. So what's going to happen here? I think we should start around the diamond. I think that other than Soto, the most important position to me is first base. Because it's a position that I think you need power from. I think the Yankees need some more infield leadership as well, whether it's going to be at third base, whether it's going to be at first base. I think that is going to be one of those two things. I have some options for who I would like to play third base for the Yankees. Whether it would happen or not, I don't know. But I'm interested in such things. So let's see. Where should we start first? Let's start at first. Rizzo's gone. Rizzo was basically a shell of himself. They bought him out. They bought out Rizzo. And obviously they can go ahead and sign him or whatever. I don't like that one bit. I think for me, at the top of my list is a Christian Walker. Getting Christian Walker, who's like a defensive darling right now. It's really good defensively. It's a right-handed bat. Looks really good. Last season, he had 251, 335 on base, so he gets on base, slugs well at 468, 803 OPS, 121 OPS plus. Strikeout rate, about 24%, so it's a little... it's a little bit on the normal side, but it's higher. And good job for him. Now, he's going to probably be getting money. That's the thing. Other teams are going to be on him. You're going to have the Mets. I think that low-key, a team that you got to worry about. The Nationals are in on him also, so they want to go ahead and get him. So where's Christian Walker going to end up? I think he's 33. How much of a contract? It's not going to be a super long-term contract, but I think teams are going to be in the 3 years situation. So it'll be like a 3-year, and whoever really offers him that 4th year is, I think, honestly going to get him or has that option for that 4th year. I think the Yankees should jump all over Christian Walker. I love his bat. I love his defense. I think he's awesome at defense. I don't know why. People kind of disrespect first base as a position. They feel like they can just throw anybody there. They feel like, oh yeah, just put him there or whatever. They devalue that position defensively. Bro, I seen it firsthand, and I thought about that. I used to think that same way until I see Mark Teixeira come over and make the infield so much better because of who he was at first. A great first baseman makes all of your infielders great. Not only with scoops, but with decisions, playing with bunts, all of that stuff. A great first baseman will do that for you. And Christian Walker has won a Gold Glove this offseason now for 2024. And I think that he would fit very well in the Yankees lineup. So that's one option. I think option B for me, the next option, and actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say B. I'm going to say 1B. Because I put these two kind of like on the same level, but for two different reasons, and I'll explain in a second. Carlos Santana, to me, at age 38 years young, he's one of the only Dominicans that I believe lied on his age to make himself older because of how young he's playing. He destroys lefties, who the Yankees have had a problem with last year specifically. Destroys lefties, very familiar with the American League. What they're going to do there. Played 150 games at his ripe old age of 38. 23 homers. He's a switch hitter. Let's go. Gets on base. You love that. Doesn't strike out much. You know that. He's a veteran guy in the clubhouse, which I think that that's something that the Yankees should definitely value, having more veteran leadership in that clubhouse to help them police themselves and keep everybody accountable, because I feel like they don't. Now. Hal's meeting with Soto is on Monday, Joe's. Okay, great. That's fine. On Monday. That is fine. So we have Carlos Santana. So the reason I love Carlos Santana, and I put him at 1B with Christian Walker, who's younger, 1A and really good defensively. He, too, has won a Gold Glove. Very good defensively. A guy that has played in many playoffs, and a guy that has, experience around the league as well. I think the good thing about Carlos Santana, bro, he won't take a long-term commitment. I think he could take a 1-year deal, not even 2. I think he's at age 38. He's on 101. He won a Gold Glove for this season. He's a guy that can play really well defensively. I think, and look at that. At his age, he played 150 games, so he's durable. Not only that, but if things start falling off the rail on a 1-year deal and he doesn't perform well or whatever it is, you can platoon him. You know that at worst, he can mash lefties. No matter what. So you can be able to bring in some of your left-handed hitting kids, whether it's Oswaldo Cabrera or whoever, or even a Ben Rice, to platoon with him. And that's worst case scenario. I think the Yankees have a lot less to lose and more to gain by having Carlos Santana. And I think that the risk factor there is lower because of Carlos Santana only taking maybe a one-year commitment or 2-year, whatever it is, 1-year option, whatever it is. Like, the commitment is a lot smaller than what it is to a Christian Walker, who will take maybe 3 years to 4 years. And remember, Carlos Santana this season just made $5 million. We're expecting Christian Walker to make about $22 to $24 million this offseason. That's a big jump, especially if you sign Soto. And I think that, okay, Do I think that there's a world that the Yankees sign Soto and a Christian Walker? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so, because I think that's a lot of money, and they got to try to fix many places, not just one. I think that they'll do, and there's other things that you can do to offload money, and the Yankees are going to be, a lot of money is coming off the books this offseason. I believe that the amount is at, let me see, they were at 308. They're coming down to, I think it's a total of about $70 million coming off the books, if I'm right. Let me take a look here. I think it's about $70 million coming off the books, and you can find a way to maybe trade Marcus Stroman's money if you really wanted to get even more money off the books. You could do that. So by doing that, it'll be awesome. I'm gonna look at what you guys are writing in the chat too pretty soon, just to see, just to answer some of your questions also, because I know you guys are, you guys will get ideas, or you guys will have interesting things to talk about. So I just want to get some of these things off real quick. What was I gonna say? Let me see. How much money did I say was coming off of the books here? So right now the Yankees are committed to about where are we? No Walker. We don't need any 30-plus-year-olds. We need to learn from DJ. I think that's a different case. Honestly, I do think that he's a different case than DJ LeMahieu, who had foot injuries, and ever since he had those foot injuries, which is totally different. Well, and that's also why I say something like Carlos Santana would fit very well. If you're gonna go ahead and sign, I don't see the Yankees getting Alonso. I don't see the Yankees getting Paul Goldschmidt. And I hopefully don't see the Yankees bringing back Anthony Rizzo. I hope not. Now, via trade, people that you can get, Joy put on this list Josh Naylor. I don't see it. I mean, he would be good, but he's not that good defensively. So I just don't see it. Luis Ariz is not good defensively at all. Nathaniel Lowe is interesting. I'm interested in that. Yandy Diaz is another one. Yandy Diaz, to me, would be phenomenal for the Yankees. I would love Yandy Diaz on the Yankees. Love it. $90 million coming off the books. Yankees have. Okay. You got to think about maybe half of that is maybe going to Soto. So if it is, then you got to try to think about how you're going to piece it together the other way around. So that's why I don't see Christian Walker. But Yandy Diaz would be a perfect guy. I mean, Yandy Diaz right now, he's making $10 million. He'll be making $10 million and has a club option for 26. I love Yandy Diaz. Hit 281, an all-star, 341 on base, 414 slug, 755 OPS, plays first base. I love Yandy Diaz. Destroys lefties. The thing is that are the Rays really going to go ahead and give you Yandy Diaz? I don't see that. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be particularly difficult. Thank you so much for following on YouTube and subscribing. Thank you. The Yandy Diaz would be good. I see Vladimir Guerrero on this list. I don't see it. I just don't see it. For Vlad Guerrero Jr. Getting traded. I think they're going to either try to hold on to him or trade him at the deadline. I don't see it. Internal options for the Yankees. I think that the guy that kind of deserves the shot should be, and I know he didn't end off well, whatever it is, but I've seen this kid hit 3 homers in against the Orioles in a major league game. Ben Rice would be awesome for the Yanks. I would love to see Ben Rice, 25-year-old, coming up or whatever it is. But I think it's a lot safer to have the Ben Rice option if you sign a veteran option with that, right? If you're committed to Christian Walker, then Ben Rice is either getting traded or he's nothing, right? So that's not happening. DJ LeMahieu, I'm out on. Yankees are going to see what he's going to do. He's got $15 million on the books, but I don't know. John Birdie's also another one that's available. Yankees have him here. He's got a year left with the Yankees, so we'll see what happens with that. Don't know. Then Oswaldo Cabrera. I don't know where the Yankees stand on Oswaldo Cabrera, man. I like Oswaldo, but it just feels like at every opportunity that they don't, that they have an opportunity to play Oswaldo Cabrera, they kind of don't. McPherson Brand. Is it Keith? Is that your brand? Is that Keith? If it is, that's what's up, man. Shoot him a sub. Got to follow him on there. Hope to see more Keith content. Enjoyed watching the Dodgers steal your soul. I feel you. It's what it is. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just where it's at, unfortunately, for me. Let's see here. We have the best option to me. If I had to think about all of those things, I do like Carlos Santana a lot, the option with Carlos Santana. Then I want to move across the diamond because I think that the best place for Jazz, and I'll talk about Sasaki in a second. I think that I honestly do believe. Oh, it's you? Nice, let's go. I honestly do believe that the best place for Jazz is second base. Now, something was brought up to me, though, when I was talking to other Yankee fans. Jazz played third base super athletically and well for a guy that's never played third base ever, right? So imagine if he has a whole offseason to work at third base. Imagine if he has a whole spring training to work at third base, learn cutoffs, learn the whole coaching and all of that stuff, and hopefully the Yankees coach him well to learn where to position themselves on balls hit at certain places, with base runners at certain bases, things like that you got to practice that maybe that doesn't come natural to you if you've never played that position. So, yeah, I'm open to Jazz at third, but I kind of want the Yankees to go back to the Yankee way and being traditional. Very good defensively up the middle, which is catcher, shortstop, second base, center field, very good defensively. And then powers in the corner. I would love that. There's a book called The Yankee Way. And it says in the book, that's how the Yankees built their teams. That's how the Yankees built their championship teams. I don't know why the Yankees feel like they have to reinvent the wheel for whatever reason, dog. You don't have to, man. Just go ahead and build it the Yankee way. Get your powers on the corners. Get your powers on the corners in the infield. And go ahead and do that. But what happened is that for many years, the Yankees were getting a lot of power from the middle of the infield. So most notably second base with Cano. Gleyber Torres had his almost 40 homer season as well, and he hit high amounts of homers for a second baseman. But I don't know what happened there. I do like that. I would love to see a very good defensive and a fundamentally sound team. So I think that maybe shifting over Jazz to second base, a position that he's played at the major league level, may suit him well. So I'm cool with that. Now for third base, what should we do? I was looking at all of the options here, whether it's internal options, whether it's free agents. Honestly, and this deal makes so much sense, and it's a way that the Yankees could go ahead and unload the Marcus Stroman contract, and they could figure this out and kind of couple it with a prospect to try to get him over as well, kind of offset the money. I love Nolan Arenado. Now, he's not a guy that power-wise is going to go ahead and wow you, especially at Yankee Stadium, because most of his homers go to left field, and he's not whatever it is. He is 33 years old. Okay, those are negatives there. He is owed some money, but his contract is going in the right way, which is like declining every single month. I mean, every single year. But if you can couple that contract and you're getting rid of your swapping here, you're swapping a market. If you can trade this, I don't know if you can, and I don't know if everybody's looking for starting pitching always, right? Arenado last year hit 272, right? Yes, he had a 719 OPS, but I want you to keep in mind that his second half of the season his first half of the season was horrid. It was so bad, right? It was so bad. It was really bad. When you look at the second half of the season, though, if you go look at Nolan Arenado, he even had horrible defensive stats the first half of the season, which is not even him. Second half of the season, he actually played so good defensively for the second half of the season that he has a +6 defensive run save. Arenado, pop, good job. Okay? I've always loved Nolan Arenado. Always loved from when he first came up in for the Rockies. Always loved him. Let's see. Let me see if I can get his first half and second half splits here. Here we go. Okay. All right. He had the same amount of homers first half, second half. He was a little bit better. OPS at 743. I think it was a 704 first half. His first half of the season, second half of the season. I don't know how they're splitting this, because when I seen him at the All-Star break. Okay, here it goes. Oh man, he had a horrible May. Like a really bad May that kind of bogged down his whole year. Like a really bad May. He's not a power guy, but I'm telling you right now, defensively, he's awesome to me. I love him. And he's a guy that, I don't know if it will or whatever or whatnot, but he's a guy that could transition to a different position later on. Third base is a place where I think you need to be really good and really sound defensively. I'm sick and tired of the Yankees moving people to just different positions. I'm tired of it. Let's just play people that are at their positions. I mean, let's try that strat. I'm with that. I'm so with that. Nathaniel Lowe. I like Nathaniel Lowe. I like Nathaniel Lowe as well. You said Jazz was good at third. He was, but he's not like, all right. I just talked about that. What I feel about Jazz. I think it's okay if you do get a really good second baseman. The issue with Glaber leaving is not even the defensive things. I think the Yankees will get better defensively there, one way or another. Whether they move, they'll get better defensively at second base just by putting Jazz up there. I think it'll be more exciting watching Jazz's full athleticism come into play at second base. I think you could get a lot more from that, especially if he has more range and he is able to show off his. I think that him and Volpe up the middle can be special, right? If we're moving Jazz to second. If we're keeping him at third, then again we gotta try to figure out, maybe teach him certain things that are kind of foreign to him right now. But naturally, second base could be his position. All right. Yeah. Let's play people at their positions, but do you want the Yankees to bring back Judge and play him out of position? How out of position? What do you mean? I don't think Soto's gone, and I think that there's also a place for both of them. Caleb Durbin, yes. I think that, and there's been more fire around his name recently because of what he's doing in Arizona Fall League. I don't want to see the Yankees. This is what I don't want. I don't want the Yankees to go, hey, let's bring back Soto. We're going Caleb at second. Let's go Jazz at third. Let's go Dominguez in the outfield. And let's go like Cabrera at first base. And that's our offseason. I don't like that. I don't like that. Another reason I really like Nolan Arenado is he doesn't really strike out much. What, a 14% strikeout rate? Puts the ball in play? I mean, come on. You said Judge should move to first like Bryce did. Why shouldn't Soto? Isn't Judge the better defender then if you're going to do that? Judge is the better defender at right field. If you really want to do that. I'm not saying you should. Not yet. I think the future for Soto could be first base. He's left-handed, so somewhere along his career or his life, he's played first base. He hasn't played anywhere else in the infield. He probably played a little bit of first base somewhere. Mostly outfield, but probably a little bit of first base. But yeah, that's it for third. We have thanks for the super chat, by the way. Glaber's gone. I don't think that the Yankees bring him back. Ha-Sung Kim is going to make some money, so I don't see the Yankees going after that free agency-wise. And they did talk about Alex Bregman thinking about going to second base. I don't see Alex Bregman in the Yankee uniform. I see him more in a Red Sox uniform. That's just me. That's just me. Now, who can the Yankees... I think for the other infield positions, if you get Soto, you got to try to get creative via trade. You could try to bring in certain people. I thought about a guy, and again, another guy that you could think of to bring in, Luis Rengifo for third base. That's another person you could possibly bring in. That's possible. Do I see that happening? He had the wrist injury. Do I like that? But I know that at the trade deadline, the Yankees were thinking about him. Yankees were big thinking about him. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm looking at the names that Joey put on this list here. I don't see any of these guys possibly doing well. Yeah, I don't see the Yankees doing anything here. I mean, Brendan Donovan. There was a rumor, a report that came out today talking about the Yankees are looking at Yoan Moncada. Listen, man. I think that time, the Yoan Moncada train has come and gone. I remember back when Moncada first was coming over as like a young 16-year-old phenom from Cuba, and the Yankees were in on him. Yankees wanted Yoan Moncada so bad, he ended up going to the Red Sox, was the number one prospect in all of baseball. The Red Sox took him, flipped him for Chris Sale, went to the White Sox, and fell into a purgatory, and never realized his potential. I mean, Yoan Moncada, it feels like he's been hurt every single year, and just hasn't been good, like, at all. So yeah. I'm gonna look in the chat in a few. It's just that I need to get these thoughts off so I'm not all over the place on this video. So don't feel like I'm ignoring you in the chat, okay? Just give me a second. Let me just get through these things first. the things that the Yankees need to do, because that's what this video is going to be about, and then I'll go ahead and I'll talk to everybody about everything. We'll go ahead and we'll freestyle after I answer your questions or your comments or whatever. So, and I know I got some Dodger fans in the comments. I'm not ducking your smoke. Let's see here. Okay. Where are we? The options, I feel like who was I talking to about? I think that the best play for the Yankees is going to have to be somebody. For the infield, the Yankees might go kind of cheap in there. I think the place that the Yankees need to go to, really go to and really invest in the infield is first base. Whether you're going to go ahead and do that via trade, whether you're going to go ahead and do that, however you want to remedy that, I think that the best options to make this team better is at first base. I think you can fix a lot of things or get away with a lot of things, whether it's via smaller trades or take flyers on guys or work with like internal whatever it is at second base or third base. I think you can figure that out. But I think that the most important spot is first base. I think Soto is number one priority. First base is number two. Then you have relief pitching, who right now I think the Yankees got to bring back Tim Hill, which I think that there is a mutual interest there with that from what I've seen. As far as free agent pitchers, we know we're losing Jonathan Loaiziga. I don't think he's back. Kenley Jansen is a guy that has performed well with the Red Sox. Do you want him? I don't know. I'm open to it. Tanner Scott is probably going to be at the top of this free agent list with people. People are probably going to pay him the most. Yankees wanted to get him via trade, but I just don't see Yankees investing a crazy amount of money in that. Maybe they would do it. Yankees are also losing Tommy Kahnle. I think they should probably look to bring him back. I like Tommy Kahnle. We talked about Tim Hill. I think Tommy Kahnle, Tim Hill, they figure out a way to come back. Now, I'm looking at some of these other free agent relievers, and I think that the Yankees are okay with not spending crazy big on relievers. I think it's a mistake. I think they should do it at least on one guy. And I did see that they were interested in Estevez, and they were interested in some of these other guys. I think that the Yankees should maybe invest a little bit in the pen just to try to get some guys that are good in there. The internal options are not good. I don't think that the Yankees pick up JT Brubaker's option. That's a good point, Newman. Estevez doesn't have swing and miss stuff. He had a good year. Ryan Helsley is going to be hot on the trade market. Devin Williams is going to be hot on the trade market. I think that Camilo Duval might be a good guy that I can see the Yankees going out to go get. Tall guy, really good stuff. Had a bad year last year, Camilo Duval did. But I feel like somebody like Matt Blake feels like, I could fix him. So I like Camilo Duval. He has nasty stuff. Duval, not Duval. I like him a lot. That would be awesome. That'll be awesome. Be able to get somebody like that. Now, again, he had a 4.88 ERA last year. The year before that, he was nails, though. If I'm correct, let me see. I think I am. So I don't know what happened to him this year. Maybe the league caught up. I don't know. But last year he had. I know I'm not bugging. There it goes. He had 39 saves. In 23, he had 39 saves with a 2.77 ERA. Now, he's only got one, two. He's only got, I think you get him, there's 2 years of control that you would have from him. Yes. You'd get him for 25 and 26. So you get 2 years of control of Camilo Doval. He's relatively cheap, and he has so much ability. Actually, 3 years left of control. That might be a good option. David Bednar. I don't want David Bednar. Devin Williams is a guy that, and I know he gave up the home run to the Mets and all of that stuff to Pete Alonso. That guy is gross. Devin Williams is absolutely gross. Gross. Now, he's going to be making more money than like Camilo. And he's a free agent after next year. Estimated to make about $8 million. But I want, if Holmes is gone, you got Luke Weaver, who I think he can close. I think Luke Weaver can close. But I think you got to have other people in there that are also as good, that have swing and miss ability, that can close for you when, let's just say, a Luke Weaver's down or vice versa. Or if Luke Weaver is going to go 2 innings from 7-8, you have somebody that knows how to close in the 9. Ryan Helsley is also another guy that the Cardinals are looking to trade. They're looking to trade. I can see that. So in terms of like people that I think that the Yankees will get, oh shit, Blake Trinan's a free agent. Blake Trinan is a free agent. He's older. He's good though. He's good though. He's old. I mean, that's it for relievers, really. I'm good on any one of the guys that we named there. Obviously, Devin Williams. Obviously, Ryan Helsley. Camilo, I love that. I feel like he has a lot of upside there, especially with Matt Blake. Would love that via trade. Via free agency, Tim Hill, come on back. Tommy Kahnle, come on back. Kenley Jansen. I don't know. Do I like Kenley Jansen? I don't see him as a Yankee. I just don't. AJ Minter, probably going to get paid. I think Trinan is they'll probably work something out and keep him in the Dodgers. He had an awesome year. But he can go wherever he wants. Pitched a lot of games, too. Tanner Scott, guys, I'm telling you this right now. Tanner Scott pitched in 73 games last year. That's like half the year. I don't know. I feel like Tanner Scott has extreme bust potential. Pause. You know what I mean. Like, he won't be as good as what we think it is. Right? Class A, what about Emmanuel Class A? Class A is not a free agent. And I don't think that the Guardians are going to trade him. Yeah. Those will be the options. Listen, Juan Soto is the outfield option for us, please. I want to stay away from Santander. If you miss out on Soto, stay away from Santander. I don't like Anthony Santander with the overview numbers, looks good. I don't like Anthony Santander when you look deep under the hood. He's not good defensively. The man doesn't really walk at all. I want you to just look deep within the numbers, guys. He hit 235, hit 44 homers, yes. 308 on base percentage. Teoscar Hernandez is the free agent as well. Again, I think that the only way that you spend this, and listen, Teoscar deserves every dollar that he gets. He had a phenomenal year for the Dodgers. He might work something out and go back over there. He bet on himself and won. So he's going to go out there. He's going to get paid, as he should be. Teoscar Hernandez is a guy that I would love to see on the Yankees. He's not good defensively. Yankees did not make the Dodgers pay for playing Teoscar in left field. Enough. They didn't hit enough balls in the gap or anything like that. He had a great throw to throw out Giancarlo Stanton, which, I mean, Giancarlo's running with a refrigerator on his back as well. But I'd love Teoscar Hernandez, but I think that the only way that you sign a free agent outfielder is if the only way you sign a free agent outfielder is if you don't sign Juan Soto, which I don't like that option. I don't. I wish Jurickson Profar was like a good. I wish he was a good left fielder, bro. I wish he was good defensively because then I can justify bringing him on the team and putting him at left field. I mean, for a guy that hit 280 with a 380 on base percentage, I love those numbers. He slugged 459, 839 OPS. I love Jurickson Profar. Hitting wise, defensively, not so good. Defensively, a lot to be desired. Let's go take a look at his defensive metrics real quick. If they're as bad as what I think they are. Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I haven't even looked at the defensive metrics yet, and I know they're not good. Let me see. Oh, my God. -8 defensive run save for the Padres. My God. Oh, shit. -2 on the UZR 150. Oh, my God. He's so bad. He's just not good I wish he was good defensively, guys, because he would play so well on this team, man. Right-handed hitter, can hit lefties, can just hit and get on base. I like his bat. I do. I like Jurickson Profar, but I don't like, and I think the Yankees do too, but I don't like his defense, man. The Yankees have liked it since forever. Guys doesn't strike out that much. Ah, damn. I just don't see it. I don't see it. You can see something like a Jake McCarthy. None of the numbers kind of jump out at you. Brendan Donovan is a guy also that could play infield, so you can have him as a utility guy. Cedric Mullins, no thanks. I think one guy. Hey, I talked about this with Jake too. I am Bull. I am the guy. Oh yeah, Profar is the switch hitter. What am I saying? But I don't like his defense is my point. I knew Jurickson Profar was a switch hitter. Thank you. I don't know. I was thinking that. I was like, what the hell? Why I said right-handed hitter. Anyway, so he's a switch hitter. Yankees have loved him since forever. Since when he was in Texas, the Yankees wanted to trade for Profar when he was playing infield. They wanted him for an infielder. So I know Cashman likes him. Don't be surprised if Cashman still brings him on because he doesn't give a shit about defense. But I like him. I like him a lot. I can see that. But one interesting name here, and I talked about this. It was Jake. He brought it up to me, so I'll give him credit there. The one guy, I think that, and you guys will be like, what are you talking about, bro? This guy's, you're dumb. What are you, crazy? You don't want him to get hurt. I don't want Judge playing center field anymore. I don't think he's a bad center fielder, but I just think that it's a lot of wear and tear on his body. It's a lot of wear and tear in his body. And I would love to see Judge either move over to left field, or if you sign Soto, you move Soto over to left field, or you get creative there and move Judge back over to right, his most dominant position, because I want a center fielder in center field. To trade for Luis Robert, La Pantera, El Cubano, who hit 38 homers last year. I would love that. It's not even about the homers. One, the Yankees would get a leadoff hitter. Okay? Put him at leadoff. In front of everybody. He hits lefties. He's going to come to play for a team that is playing for something. Imagine you go from the White Sox to the Yankees. That's like, oh shit, it's like night and day. Not only that, and I know he gets hurt all the time, man, and that's the thing with him. His injuries are also lower body injuries, and you got to hope. But his potential is probably the highest of what you can get, and I don't think that the Yankees got to do much to get him. I don't think the Yankees got to do. He's making $15 million right now. Making $15 million right now. He still has about 3 years left on his deal. 2 club options. And I think you can use trades to be able to get him. Now, you're going to be asking, what are you going to do then? What are you doing? Like, you're getting him, then what are we doing? I think the Yankees get creative if you're doing that. I think the Yankees are in a win now window, right? Do you guys agree with this? Win now window. You either commit to Jasson Dominguez, who's going to be your guy all the time, or you trade him. You trade him, you trade Spencer Jones, but I don't think you can trade them unless you sign Soto. I like Luis Robert. I think you could get him. I don't think you even have to give up too many prospects. I don't even think you have to pay his full deal, which is expected to be, he's expected to be making $15 million next year. I don't even think you got to pay the full thing. Just you paying a portion, and the White Sox already think like, oh shit, we're paying too much. You might be able to do that. I'm not even going to talk about Garrett Crochet because I don't think that the Yankees can get him. I think that his price tag is going to be crazy high. That's the only outfielder that I would entertain other than Juan Soto. Like, I want him and Juan Soto playing together, though. Not either or. I think it's going to be, don't get rid of Juan Soto and you go ahead and get me Luis Robert. No. I think you got to get Soto, bring him in, and then get Luis Robert, or we'll see if the Yankees really do believe in Dominguez. And those are all of the things. You guys let me know what you guys think, or who I should play where, or whatever it is, or whatnot. And maybe that'll play out well, or I'm not sure. I like Jasson Dominguez. Switch hitter. I think he's got a high ceiling. He's got a lot to learn. I don't know if his height concerns me yet. Being a center fielder. Melky was a short center fielder. He was good. I don't know. You guys are good. Now I'm going to open it up and talk to you guys now and see what you guys want to talk about. I got YouTube and Twitch chat open here. The Yankees got to stop protecting prospects so much. Like Frazier, Florial, Andujar end up being duds. I think I have a theory, right? Yankees, with those prospects, other than Judge, nobody has really realized any kind of potential. Position-wise, like a position player. I think the Yankees are not coaching these players well. For how highly touted Gleyber Torres was, it felt like he should have been, like there was a next level that he should have reached, that the Yankees did not get him there. Gary Sanchez, the Yankees like messed that up. Like so many of the guys. Would it be dumb to trade for Luis Castillo? Wouldn't be dumb, but what are you doing there? Like, Yankees at the starting rotation right now they have Garrett Cole, Luis Hill, Carlos Rodon, Clark Schmidt, Nestor Cortez, Marcus Stroman. Now, the last three, you could figure that out, right? What you want to do. But are the Yankees going to trade Nestor? I don't know. They might. I think that they're definitely trading Marcus Stroman, to get rid of the money. But Luis Castillo's making money. You got to think about it like this. The Yankees are not trying to. If the Yankees are bringing in Soto, they're spending a lot of money on Soto. They're not going to want to, they're going to have salary room, but they have a lot of holes to fill. They can't do it on one starting pitcher. And I think that Luis Castillo is making money right now. So I don't see that happening. Let's see what you guys are saying. Joe, we're still improving on player at their position. That has been a weakness. We know even know where players to put. We don't even know where to put players. We don't just get players to play their natural positions. Yes. Luis Robert leading off as a righty bat. Yeah, Gleyber did. Do you think that Sanchez was better than Trevino or Austin Wells? I think the Yankees got in Gary Sanchez's head. That's what I think. I think that when he first came up, he played with the ignorance of a youth. And yes, maybe he wasn't the best at blocking balls, but they made him focus so much on the blocking balls thing, and they made it so much a narrative that he didn't even focus on hitting for the first time ever, and he always hit. Gary Sanchez always hit in his whole life, and since he was 16 years old. But the Yankees kind of I don't know. It's weird. Soto and Walker should be first grabs. I don't know. I don't see how the Yankees get Soto. If the Yankees get Soto and Walker, I don't like that. I don't. Let me rephrase. Right? I can rephrase. Yeah. Castillo's making $25 million. So I think in the future, Giancarlo has 3 years left in his deal, right? So he's going to be, he is going to have 3 years left in his deal. Eventually the DH slot will be opened. And you'll be able to rotate. So if you do sign Soto, you'll be able to rotate Soto and Judge there. I think the future is that one of those two will end up playing first base. I don't know who it is. So that's what I think will happen. Going back to the Santana thing, it could be compared to 2023 Justin Turner signing with the Red Sox, and that panned out very well. A good veteran with experience. Very true. I like Santana because Santana is a good bat. He's good defensively. He's good leadership. He's a switch hitter. He can hit lefties. He doesn't block Ben Rice or whatever other first baseman that you want to have. He doesn't block your future. He doesn't take a huge financial commitment. I like Carlos Santana. That's me. That's me. If he's doing horrible by the middle of the season, he's durable too. If he's doing horrible by the middle of the season, Carlos Santana can just be a platoon player, a bench bat, and he'll probably perform well in that role. Platoon guy, bring him in, Ben Rice hitting from the left side against righties, Santana against lefties. If that is happening. Now, if Santana's doing well, you leave him in. If he's not, Yeah, Yankees should avoid Moncada. I thought about him for half a heartbeat, and then I thought Walker is the guy we want. Walker, listen, it's fine. I get the allure of Walker. It's just that Walker's going to cost $22 to $25 million, and you got to do math. That means you want Soto back. right? So Soto being back is going to be 40. I mean, let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. It's going to be $45 million. 45 to maybe $50 million is going to take Soto. That's what I'm looking at for Juan Soto. Right? So if you're doing that, let's just say 50 million, let's go on the high end, and you got Walker at 23, let's just say 24 million, you got $75 million now in two players. What are you doing with the rest of the team? You got holes to fill. You got holes to fill, my friend. You still got third base or second, unless you're going to go with two kids there. Not two kids, but you're going to go with Jazz at third or second, and a kid somewhere else, or a cheap option. And Walker blocks whatever you can do at first base. Now, he's good, but he's 33 years old too. He's a young 33, though, in my opinion. Young 33. And then you got, what are you going to do with your other outfield spot? Are you going to have Judge again play a full season of center field at 6'7", 280 pounds? I don't know. I don't think so. You have to upgrade first base and third without Soto, especially when he leaves. Well, if Soto leaves, then I'm more comfortable with Walker. You get what I'm saying? I want you now understand me here. I'm way more comfortable with Walker, you know? If the Yankees, if we played this right, the Yankees should have Soto have a pay structure where his money increases when deals come off. So, like, he gets $36 million this year, and then once Stanton comes off the books, he gets a pay jump. I know deferrals are off the table. That would give us some flexibility. Maybe, but you got to understand that while that's true, the luxury tax number is a different number than the number he gets paid. Luxury tax number is according to how, okay, the luxury tax number works on how much he gets per average AAV. That's what the luxury tax hit is. It's per AAV. You get what I'm saying? So, however that is, it doesn't matter if you're front loading, if you're back loading, that's whatever. Luxury tax wise, it works that way. Now for trades, I learned that the new CBA says that if you trade for a contract, right, you are now responsible, your tax hit is the AAV remaining on that contract, right? So this is why I believe, boom, you trade for Arenado because his AAV remaining is way better. The Yankees and the Cardinals would save money if they made a trade for that, like Arenado and like a prospect and like what do you call him and Marcus Stroman. They made that deal. Both teams would save money by doing that. Both teams. I don't like Nico Horner. Don't really like Nico Horner. I don't. Ben Rice is the man for the job. I mean, I'm open to it. I just don't want to go into spring training as that being option A. I'm not, like, I don't like that. And that's Ben Rice's second position, not his first. Yeah, I don't want to improvise player positions. We got a bottom five production from first base, shortstop, third base, left field. Yeah, I agree. Listen, Yankees did not have a first base homer since DJ LeMahieu hit the grand slam against the Phillies in July, the end of July, through the World Series. That's a long time. So, Yankees got to get that, man. We need some pop out of first base. Yankees, I think more than anything, they also need vets. If you're gonna have some speed on the bench, it's some like a little bit of youth on the bench, sure. But I want vets on the bench. I want the veterans to be on the bench that can help, the kids be locked in and all of that stuff. Listen, man, like a lot of people don't talk about this. And the season started off a certain way or whatever it is. Matt Holliday in 2017. You guys remember Holliday? He helped Judge a lot. He went from starting and then became a bench bat or whatever it was after he was hurt or whatever. He was on the bench and all of that. But people forget he was on that team. That 2017 team was very vet heavy, bro. And those guys had enough youth, but they had the good vets in there, Of course, Gardner was there. You had CeCe was in that clubhouse. You had Holliday, who's been there, done that. You had Frazier, who came in at the deadline. You had D-Rob, who's been in the league and was also a Yankee for a long time. There was a lot of veterans. Chase Headley was on that team. You need veterans on the team. And I'm not saying Judge is not a veteran. He is, but you need other vets too. Get a Lamont Wade Jr., Camilo Doval package, Joes. I do like Doval. I don't know about Wade Jr., but I like Doval. How long do we got to keep DJ on for? I think this is DJ LeMahieu's last year. Is this his last year? No. He's got 2 more years. He's got 25 and 26. I don't see them trading Salvador Perez. Why would Kansas City trade Salvador Perez? Let's talk about Sasaki for a second. You guys want to talk about Sasaki? Yes. Yes, Yandy. Yes, I would like Yandy Diaz at first. Yandy Diaz, I would love at first. The 2 people I would love at first is Yandy Diaz. Let's go back to first base. Yandy Diaz. That's one of the top guys for me. Carlos Santana, Christian Walker. Those are I'm open to Naylor, but I just don't see him as a Yankee. I really don't. He doesn't look like a Yankee. Nathaniel Lowe. Those 4 right there, whoo! We get those 4. Our team is better. Our team is better by having that. Nathaniel Lowe, those are all affordable options as well, except for Walker. He's going to make some money. All right. So the thing with Roki Sasaki, right? So John Heyman says that he's the big-time favorite to go to the Dodgers. I could see that happening. It depends. I also see it depends on when he's getting posted. If Sasaki gets posted in 24, if he gets posted in 24 this year, then the team that could offer him the most is the Dodgers. Right? That's what I seen. The team that could offer him the most is the Dodgers. If he waits to sign January 15th, all of the teams get their new bonus pool money. Then everybody's basically available, and teams will have to basically renege on their commitments to these other players that they've already committed to ahead of time, years in advance. So we have, here we go. I have it here actually. If he waits till 25, teams that could sign, and again, teams could trade for more bonus pool money, but the teams that could offer the most are teams like the Reds, the Tigers, the Marlins, the Brewers, the Twins, the A's, the Mariners, the Rays. If he also The next threshold, which is 6.9 million, is the Diamondbacks, Orioles, Guardians, Rockies, Royals, and Pirates. And again, this is if he's waiting. This is if he's waiting until. Wait, what in the hell? Hold on. This is if he's waiting. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at. Okay. This is according to Baseball America. Here you go. So according to Baseball America, this is the list. If he signs, Major League Baseball has informed their teams what their bonus pool money for next year will be. This is if it opens. He waits until, if he waits for the January 15th, 2025 time, right? So this is the $7.5 million pool. We just named the teams. The $6.9 million pool, which is these teams. $6.2 million, which now you have bigger market teams here. You got the Braves, the Red Sox, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Angels, the Mets, the Yankees, the Phillies, the Padres. The Padres are there. Okay, they're a team to watch out for. The Texas Rangers, the Blue Jays, the Nationals. $5.6 million. You got the Astros, St. Louis Cardinals, and the teams that can offer the least at $5.1 million are the Dodgers and the Giants. And again, teams can trade for more bonus pool money, okay, international bonus pool money. So don't get married to these numbers. I think they can trade for more than, I think they could trade for 10% more of their bonus pool, I believe, if they really wanted to do that. So let's entertain Sasaki for a second. Do I want the Yankees to get Sasaki? Yes, I do want the Yankees to get Roki Sasaki. Do I think that the Yankees will get Sasaki? No, I don't. I think that it'll end up being the Dodgers or the Padres. That's what I think. If we're talking about this year, the remaining bonus pool money is going to be, the Dodgers can offer $2.5 million. The Orioles can offer $2.1 million. The Yankees can offer $1.4 million. San Francisco, $1.2 million. Boston, under $1 million. And like, the other teams can't even spend money because they've spent all of their bonus pool money. So Sasaki's not coming. I can see Sasaki going, and you're going to say, oh, it's not fair. And yes, am I going to get tight? Yes, I'm going to get tight if the fucking Dodgers get Sasaki. And it looks like they might even entertain signing Corbin Burns. Yes. And they're getting back Glass now. And they're getting back the pitchers that were hurt last year. Yes, I'll be tight. Hey, it's the nature of the beast. That's just where it's at. What are you going to do? It's not like the Dodgers are doing anything against the rules. They're not playing against the rules. So, just where it's at. Yeah. We're all here for the Yankees, man. But it's being realistic. Trade Dominguez and others for Brian Reynolds. I don't know. Brian Reynolds. I love Brian Reynolds. I do like him. I think he had a down year last year, too. I do like that. I don't know if from the options that you guys seen, if there's anybody there that you guys like, but I don't think Brian Reynolds is getting traded, guys. I think they signed him. He's like signed. He's done. He's got 8-year contract. He's signed. He's solid. He's not going anywhere. Right now, for Pittsburgh last year, yeah, I mean, he still hit 275, 24 homers. He played his normal season. They're not trading him. They're not going to trade him. They're not trading Brian Reynolds. It's not happening. The time for Brian Reynolds has come and gone. Without Soto, we lose to the guards. Without Soto, we go to 7 with the Guardians. The Guardians weren't that good. Like, it's a big back and forth series kind of thing. If that happens. I'm definitely not taking Soto's production lightly, especially with what he did in the playoffs. Soto elevated his game in the playoffs. Yeah, Pittsburgh won't give up Reynolds. That won't happen. Don't even entertain that, guys. You keep Dominguez and trade Spencer Jones? Sure. Outfield next year, Soto left. Dominguez center, Judge right. I don't know sure. I'm open to that. But left field at Yankee Stadium is a beast. It's been reported that Sasaki wants a smaller media market as well, and New York is definitely not that. So why would it be the Dodgers? I don't. Bro, he's going to want to come to... He likes you, Darvish, too. It's either going to be the Padres or it's going to be the Dodgers. Soto played left field a lot in San Diego. I just think Judge does need... We are in... Like, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Judge needs to go back to right field. 100% has to go back to right field. The more I think about it, now this guy wasn't even on my radar, but getting Camilo Doval, I would love that move for the bullpen. Along with, keeping the guys that you got to keep. But if you can trade for Camilo Doval, now they're probably going to ask for something for him, though. That's the thing. They're going to want something. He's not coming for free. But he had an off year, so maybe the price is lower. Yeah. So let me know. What do you guys think what's the best team for you? And don't sit here and think about, you have unlimited money, because the Yankees don't. $1.99 Super Chat says Padres traded Soto and won 12 more games. Yeah. Yes, but the Yankees traded for Soto and went to the World Series. When they haven't in 15 years. So I also think that the Padres perform better with other people too. I think that Jerkson Profar's production was big too. I think that Jackson Merrill was huge for them. Huge for them. Fernando Tatis was big time. Yeah, this VOD should be staying up. Yankees, I'm so afraid that the Yankees are going to try to lead off Volpe next year, dog. I hope not. Just heard Cohen wants Sasaki. He's, okay, yeah. He was on a meeting with his agent. Sure. Who doesn't want Sasaki? Everybody wants Sasaki. He's 23, and he's going to cost nothing. Major league minimum. He's on a minor league contract. Love Yandy Diaz, man. Soto, Yandy Diaz, or Carlos Santana. Figure that out. Yeah, no problem, Whitestone. I said that I wanted to like respond to people. At first, I was just kind of going through my spiel and like going through everything because if not, my brain will be scattered. So anybody that watches it back, they're gonna be like, "What the hell?" Like, you know. But I wanted to go ahead and like take the time to go ahead and do that. I won't be open to a Luis Arias trade. No, he's not good defensively. I need the Yankees to get better defensively. Yeah, what's good? What's good, Frank? Yankees are not getting Bellinger. Would like Bellinger. You know who would also be good for the Yankees? Like Jock Peterson, but he's going to make money. You guys are aware Jazz only has 2 years with an above average WRC plus out of 5? Yeah, that's good. He's a Yankee now though. Jazz, I believe in Jazz. What do you think about Willy Adames, Joes? Not for the Yankees. I don't see the Yankees signing Willy Adames. He said, I don't want money. Not happening. If the Yankees are in or getting Willy Adames, that means that they're not in and getting some of these other players. That means that they let Soto go. By the way, if you guys are on YouTube, make sure you guys smash that like button, man. It does help for later on for hitting the algorithm. So smash the like. You guys can comment after, do all of that stuff, hop on there. Rumor has it, excuse me, that eating more seafood helps with seeing the ball more. Do you think that the Yankees should do seafood buffet? Where the hell did you get that from? I don't know what the hell that's about. Joes, do you go in the trade market to get Nolan Arenado? We talked about that earlier, and yes, I'm open to that. I like defense, man. I don't ever want a scouting report for any other Yankee team to be make them play baseball. I don't ever want to see that. I don't ever want to see that again. I don't think you'd be a full big picture, guys. You got to also understand there's a short porch in right field. And he's not asked to be the man on this team. So he can play a lot free and easy. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that Jazz will be a plus player for the Yankees. I think he's a guy that likes to be in the atmosphere, in the moment, in the vibe. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think that was that in Miami. I think it was like more laid back. Nobody cares. Like 2 reporters. He's gonna see April. People are asking him about struggles. I was trying to get a Yankee legend like Don Mattingly. Do you agree with Boone coming back? I know it didn't work out in Miami, Los Angeles, but that's how they found Torrey. Mattingly will also bring fire instead of laid back Boone. Maybe I don't. I'm always open to change when shit doesn't work out, but they're not. They've already picked up Boone's option. They felt they made it to the World Series. Cashman says we're lucky to have him. My problem with Boone is more on the accountability thing and how players are so lax. Because I feel like when a team is very bad defensively, not only is it personnel, but when a team is also bad fundamentally, I think that's on the manager. And yes, these are big leaguers, but I think it's more on like holding people accountable. Joe Torre was laid back. But nobody wanted to let down Mr. Torre. Nobody wanted to be like, oh, I didn't hustle or whatever it was because Joe Torre's there, you know? And he felt like a dad versus Boone feels like, I don't know if Boone feels like a peer to them. He's trying to be their friend and shit. Yeah. He's definitely not. He doesn't need to be a cornerstone. You already got the cornerstone. You got Judge is the cornerstone. When you sign Soto, Soto's the cornerstone. Like, those guys are the cornerstones. Those are the guys that teams scout report for, you know? Jazz is a complementary piece. He's going to be a guy that's going to be there to push things along. Just Volpe's the same way. Like, not everybody needs to be a superstar. At least not to me. You're from Panama? Nice. Joe's, I feel like since you met Boone, you don't talk hard about him. I talked about, were you not here a couple of days ago? I said the Yankees need a new manager. What are you talking about? I said Boone is a nice guy. Actually, if you go take a look at my last video, it says it right on there. The Yankees need to change that manager. What are you just making blanket statements and like not? That's what it sounds like. Are you just making blanket statements? Go take a look. Let me take a look here. In the video where it says Cashman meets with the media or whatever it was, I made a video talking about Boone and all of that stuff. I talked about in the postseason recap, I talked about how the Yankees need a new manager. In the last two videos, I also talked about it at the end of the Yankee game where my reaction, where I was watching Game 5 and I was in the building. The last three videos, I talked about how the Yankees need a new manager. Dude, come on. Let go of Soto because he wants too much money. We should focus on starting pitching like Burns and Manaya. No. I disagree wholeheartedly. Triple Threat Pod with the 25-man raid. Let's go on Twitch. Jeter for manager 2026. Jeter, I tell you what, right now, Jeter does not want to manage. 100%. What up, Joe's Dodger fan here. By the way, congrats on your championship. From East LA, love your content. Thank you so much. Carlos Beltran might be an interesting manager. Just he needs to get further away from that cheating stuff. I do like Carlos Beltran. I like Carlos Beltran a lot. Anyone telling you that Soto isn't a must doesn't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Yankees made it to 0 World Series before Soto in 15 years. In 14 years. The Yankees need Soto. Soto's part of the solution. You know? Soto's part of the solution. 100%. 100%. Soto's part of the solution. He's 26 years old. 26. And hitting 3-run bombs to push teams into the World Series. And has already 1 ring in the tuck. I don't know about you, but I would like to sign somebody like that long term. He's like Ted Williams. He's the guy that's going to go into the Hall of Fame with your hat on. What are we talking about? Corbin Burns. You know, there was also people saying let Garrett Cole walk. Some people after the season ended messaged me telling me, "Oh, we should trade Giancarlo now. His value is high." Dude, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. You just can't. Appreciate all the follows on Twitch, man. You guys are awesome. Soto's goated. He's absolutely goated. But I'm telling you right now, these are the messages that I get. If I showed you guys my inbox, the shit is toxic. That's why I can't even talk to people in the inbox. I used to like talking to people before and all that stuff, but I can't anymore. As a Dodgers fan, if y'all don't get Soto, we're not hearing about the Yankees for a good long while. Yep. Are you actually not wearing your World Series cap? I'm wearing a World Series hat. I think I'm wearing a World Series hat. See? I want Judge in right. I want Judge in right field. I want Judge in right field. I don't want him in center field. He doesn't look comfortable playing left. I want Judge in right field where he is a plus defender. And he holds everybody to a single. He's gunning dudes out. I've been hearing Christian Walker if Soto goes. How do you feel about that? If Soto goes and Christian Walker, okay. All right. But you're going to have to do a lot more than that. You're going to have to do a lot more than Christian Walker if you're going to let Soto go. I'll tell you that right now. Soto plays left. Put him in left or put him at first. In a couple of years, when Giancarlo gets off, then he'll play DH. No Soto in center. We don't, but I talked about earlier how I think that the Yankees should go ahead and get Carlos Santana. I like Carlos Santana a lot. I like everything about that. We'll do timestamps, and I'll put timestamps in the comments so that people can, when they rewatch this, they can go ahead and see like certain points where I'm talking about certain players. I don't know much about baseball. All I know is disappointment as a Reds fan. Damn. When I did go to Reds camp in spring training in Arizona, bro, like they were so nice to me. They were so nice to me. I love Santana. Cheap, gold glove, clutch, veteran, durable, short-term commitment. I mean, there's so many pluses to Santana. But I also like Yandy Diaz. And I like Arenado. Christian says Santana is also so old and he's not that good. Okay, let's see here. Because, by the way, I just want to let you know, number one, he just won a Gold Glove. That's number one. Let's go look at his season stats, shall we? Let's go look at his season stats. You said he's not that good, right? He's not that good. He just won a Gold Glove. He played at 38. He played 150 games, okay? He's not that good. Hold on a second. He had 23 home runs, 26 doubles, 75 singles, had a total of 124 hits. Yes, he hit 238, right? He hit 238. Where's his other metrics, bro? What is this? Where's your on base? Bro, Fangraphs is for the birds, bro. Where's your splits? All right. He's a switch hitter. He hit 286 against lefties, 12 homers. There's a spot for him. There is a spot for him. There's a big time spot for him. He's good. Santana's good. And he's more than serviceable. He'll be 39 next year. Me and Santana were born on the same year. I'm older than him, though. I was born in February. He was born in April. Thoughts on Arenado? I love Arenado. I would love the Yankees to get Arenado. Arenado has great defense, bro. That glove is awesome. I would love Nolan Arenado on the team. Oh, by the way, Carlos Santana gets on base. 328 on base percentage. 420 slugging. 749 OPS. Where would he rank in our first baseman? I think he would be ranked first in our first baseman. Santana would only cost $7 million 1 year. I think he'll cost less. Well, he's making $5 now. Might cost a little less. I like Luis Robert as a trade also for center field. Oh, yeah, we unk status. How do we stay a World Series team? You sign Soto. You get a first baseman that could pop the ball out of the park. You're either getting one of these three. You're either getting Yandy Diaz, you're getting Carlos Santana, or you're getting Christian Walker. You're getting one of those three. You move Jazz over to second. You trade for Nolan Arenado at third base. Yankees are better. They're a more fundamentally sound team, and they put the bat on the ball. How much do you think Soto's worth? I mean, I think he's going to get 14 years, 600, around there. Trade for Bellinger, it's not going to happen. The Cubs are not going to move him. They just picked up his option. They could have gotten out of his money for free. They could have gotten out of the Bellinger money for free. They picked up his option. And actually, if you want to get crazy, I want Helsley in the pen. Sure, I want Helsley. I would love, or Helsley or Devin Williams would be awesome. Camilo Doval would be great. I think you get both of those. You re-sign Tim Hill. You also bring back, Tommy Kahnle, and away you go. Away you go. You can figure out what you want to do in center field after. What percentage do you think the Yankees get Soto? I don't know, 27, 28%? Don't know. Big picture, are you banking on Dominguez living up to the hype? I feel more comfortable with the Dominguez plan if they re-sign Soto because, sure, you know, but I want the Yankees to give him a fair shot, not give him like bullshit shot. You got Yankee. I need the Yankees to make a commit to Jason Dominguez or trade him. There's no in between. I don't want to play this minor league bullshit anymore. Commit to Jason Dominguez or trade him. I'm sick of the Yankees holding on to prospects, holding on to bringing under value too long. Robert's looking like the next Byron Buxton. I think Byron Buxton wishes he was the next Luis Robert. Luis Robert, by the way, thank you for spamming the like button on the chat. That thing shows up on the side and it surprises me every time. Bro, he's got 38 homer ability, 40 homer ability out of center field. I'm not saying he will, but this year, yes, he had 14 homers. He was hurt again. But if you can get that 2023 production out of Luis Robert, bro. If you can get that 2023 production out of Luis Robert, 145 games, hit 264, 315, on base percentage, not good, but whatever. 542 slug, 857 OPS, and he did these numbers on the White Sox. Imagine if he had Soto and Judge behind him. He had a 5-WAR season, bro. Give me that. And I don't want to say that he's not trying to come back if he got hurt and things like that. His injuries are legitimate, but you're not really necessarily fighting back to come back to play for the White Sox. Not trusting Dominguez makes no sense. Very true. If you don't think he'll be a major league hitter, then you will never trust any rookie. Very true. You're right. Soto, serviceable corner outfielder and is super clutch. He's worth whatever he gets. His ability to make constant adjustments during the AB is amazing. Very true. I agree. Signed David Robertson, farewell tour. He was good last year, but I don't see it. You could potentially hypothetically solve two problems in one trade with the Cardinals. You get Nolan Arenado and Helsley in a package for prospects, offloading Stroman since St. Louis has a dire need of starting pitcher and have been for years. Sure, but they're going to want for the Yankees to get Nolan Arenado, they're not going to want a salary dump. How do I say this? I don't know if that deal will. I think that's what the Cardinals want to do so that they don't have to pay much money. I think the Yankees want to get out of the Stroman contract. I think that they want out of the Arenado contract. I think that if you just sit here, again, we're not even that far we're talking like Arenado's fucking washed too. Like Arenado was like in 2023, Nolan Arenado, 2023, 2021, he was like an MVP candidate. Last year, his numbers were not good. He looks like he's trending down, right? He had his highest WAR season, age 31, right? He's only getting older. He was looking super good that year in 2021. But now you're looking at getting an Arenado 3 years later. He's been subpar these last 2 years here. in 23, he was an all-star, but he tailed off late. In 24, he did not have that superstar kind of year, did not hit the all-star break, the all-star game for the first time since getting to St. Louis. So I don't know. He might get like a little resurgence. I mean, he's fully decorated. What is he, a four-time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's a 10-time Gold Glover, guys. He's a 10-time Gold Glover. And I think he's won the Platinum Glove like twice. He's a beast at third. I don't know if the Helsley thing will work because they're gonna want. If you want them to eat the Stroman contract, you're gonna have to give them. I don't know. You're gonna have to give them like a legit prospect. You're gonna have to give them their guy. 2 year is only 2 years removed from top 3 MVP year. Yeah, he's got bat to ball skills, man. He's got bat to ball skills. I don't think you get Robert and Soto. It's one or the other, especially if you want to use the Robert money on first and third. Jason gets an outfield spot. See, I think that there's a world, if they sign Soto, there's a world where they trade Jason and they trade, like, there's a world where they trade Jason Dominguez. I can see that. If the Yankees want to get creative, I can see the Yankees trading Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. I think moving to Yankee Stadium and having a better lineup will benefit him. Busch is a pitcher-friendly park. So I don't know if Yankee Stadium would benefit him that much. Most of his, just looking at his spray chart, most of his homers go to left field. It's not a good place for righties. He's not an opposite field hitter necessarily. So there's that. You think Spencer Jones and another prospect would be enough to get Crochet? No. I don't think the Yankees have enough to get. Like Jeff Passan told Jake that even if they took Jason Dominguez and they took Spencer Jones, it still wouldn't be enough to get Crochet. That's what they said. I don't agree, but that's what he said. Who is Arenado's biggest comp, you guys think? Scott Rowland? You guys like that comp? Scott Rowland? Team needs hitting, yes. I don't know how the Yankees feel about Jason Dominguez. They were kind of weird with him last year. Very weird with him last year. Did not like it. Thoughts on signing Tanner Scott? I like Tanner Scott, but I don't see it. I also think Tanner Scott might get rocked next year. He pitched in almost half the games this year. He pitched in like 70-something games, bro. A reliever that pitched that much, I don't know. It's a lot of wear and tear on that arm. We'll see what happens. I think he has like extreme like bust potential. Who do you think is going to be our leadoff hitter next year? Volpe? I hope it's not Volpe. I think that the Yankees leadoff hitter is not on this roster yet. Not on this roster yet. We'll see. Would be awesome if the Yankees got Yandy Diaz and put him at leadoff, though. Would be fucking awesome if they got him. I like Yandy. I'm so high on Yandy Diaz, it's not even funny. I like Yandy Diaz a lot. I don't know if the Rays will trade him to the Yankees, but we'll see. Yandy or Nathaniel Lowe, if they get either, sure. J.D. Davis will be a cleanup hitter? No, thanks. Also, Santander. I don't like Santander for the Yankees. He has extreme, like, bust potential after he gets his big contract. I think that Santander doesn't get on base enough either. 44 homers. He's only got a 308 on base. I just don't like it. What's all the hype around Caleb Durbin? What's he good at? So Caleb Durbin, he's a very high contact. Like, he's bat to ball skills big time. He has a lot of speed to his game. A lot of steals. From what I read, he was good defensively as well at second base. So not real. He's not like a guy with pop. You get what I'm saying? But he's more of a prototypical second baseman. Does Yandy have a glove? I believe he plays first base. He plays third. He played some third, played first base as well. Let's see his advanced fielding. He's played third base about as much as third base. He's better at first base. Let me see. Let's look at Yandy Diaz's defensive metrics real quick. So, no, I hate StatCast fielding. Don't show me stat. Okay, here it goes. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, got it. From what it says here, last year he didn't play any third base, right? He played all first base last year. He's not a glove first guy. He had a -5 defensive run save, so that's not good at first. I still believe he would be better than our first baseman that we had this year, which is fucking horrible. What was Rizzo doing this year? Oh my God. Rizzo had a +2 DRS this year. So he'd be a drop down lower. He'd be a much better bat than Rizzo. But that's why I like Carlos Santana and Christian Walker. Santander and Santana adding 2 switch hitters to this lineup would be interesting depending on what Santander. I don't like Santander at all. I don't like Santander at all. Don't like Santander at all. I'd rather have Jason Dominguez and see what I got with him. I feel that the biggest needs for the Yankees are starting pitching and bullpen arms, defense, and bats. Well, you just named everything. No, the biggest need is not starting pitching and bullpen arms. The biggest need for them are bats or hitting. That's number one. What do you think that they're going to do with Trevino and Grisham with their contracts? They may not tender Trevino a contract. Rizzo was horrible. I don't care what the stats say. Yeah. I think Santander are going to get the bread and turn into Chris Davis. Yes, that's what I keep seeing that. Keep Trevino, somehow get rid of Grisham. I don't like Trevino. And Grisham, I don't know. I guess they're keeping Grisham. I mean, get rid of Trevino and bring back Kyle Higashioka. He's a free agent. I don't know how much money he's going to make, but you can sign him up for a backup if he's interested in doing that. Yeah. Go get Kyle Higashioka back, man. You got him batting from the right side. You got Wells batting from the left side. At least you know Higgy got pop. And you know he hits in the playoffs. I like Higashioka, dog. He's such a Yankee. Kyle Higashioka is such a Yankee. All right, we got about 5 minutes left. I can't believe we've been live for 2 hours, for real? Damn. We need people that can hit, not just hit homers. We need people that can get on base and base hits. Yes, I agree. Catching position is light. Higgy has earned a starting job somewhere. Yeah, you're right. Big picture, you're right. You're not wrong. He might get a starting job somewhere. I don't know where, but he might get it. If he doesn't, though, I think the Yankees should be all on top of that. Cashman and Howell are incompetent. Yeah. You miss Higgy's pop? Yeah, me too. Me too. Anyway, this is the Jeter's not going to be a manager. Jeter, zero interest in being a manager. He's more open to owning teams. That front office shit. What lefties do you think that the Yankees might get for the bullpen? Tim Hill. Tim Hill. Volpe having a big 2025. I'm waiting for it, hopefully. Petta as manager? Sure. Sure. I'm telling you guys about Tanner Scott. Remember me at the end of next season. Remember me with Tanner Scott. I'm not wishing horrible upon him. Hopefully he does well and I'm wrong. But I'm telling you guys right now, I see that shit happen all the time. Relievers with like 70 appearances are like never the same the year after, bro. 70 plus appearances. It's like not good. Like they used him. What the hell were the Marlins using him in? Because they weren't winning games. So why is he in so many games? Paul O'Neill's not going to manage. Don Mattingly might be open to managing. Yes. I don't know if it'll happen, though. Because of Cashman. And Cashman has a forever job. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much, man. I had to vent. I can't believe we sat here and talked for a whole 2 hours. My God, bro. I thought I was just going to do 30 minutes. I did a whole 2 hours. Thank you guys for subbing on YouTube, for watching on YouTube as well. I appreciate you guys for hanging out, for being here. We'll do more of these. I'll keep them shorter next time, okay? I promise. I'll look to keep it within 30-ish minutes, 40-ish minutes. This is good. We get to talk, but this was long. Anytime that we do any, I would like to do these every Tuesday would be great, or Mondays. And then Fridays kind of cover like all of baseball and like what everything's going on, like all of the rumors and everything. But we'll probably do something like that. Tomorrow, next up on my list is tomorrow I have a stream, a JM Gaming stream, which we're doing zombies. We're doing Call of Duty Zombies. It's going to be me, Shelfie, Lou Dab, and a fourth. I think it's going to be Gibbs. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to play zombies, and we're going to try to get to level 100. And then we're going to do what's happening Friday. I don't think Friday I have a stream. I think Saturday we'll do like optional stream. I'm going to get off right now. I'm going to eat. I might come back for a little bit, play a little bit of Final Fantasy, and we'll do that. And then this Sunday we'll do a family stream. I'll do like a Mario, what do you call that shit? Mario Party or Mario Jamboree. I'll do like a setup upstairs in the living room, and we'll go ahead and we'll stream from there. Yeah, we'll do that. Guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I think the next Guts is tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I will catch